Live from SoFi Stadium, the stars ain't just on the sidewalk today. We are here live from the movie set that is SoFi Stadium out here in La La Land, and this ain't no rom-com. This one's a blockbuster slugfest. You got Shake and Baker Mayfield, undefeated 4-0, strutting into town with that swashbuckling swagger that says, yeah, I found a home and I brought Todd Bowles' defense with me. That Bucs D, it hits like a freight train with legal counsel. But on the other side, Matthew Stafford, raised in Texas, groomed in Georgia, forged in Detroit, Super Bowl paraded in LA. They're at home. They're 3-1. And oh baby, does he got weapons this year. I'm talking Devontae Adams on one sideline, Puka Nacua on the other. That's a two-headed Kraken monster ready to eat. That new rook tight end, how's he working out? Don't forget about Kyron Williams, running like he owes somebody money. Balance, baby, balance. This ain't your grandma's NFC clash. This is week 5 football in the lights, in the flash bulbs, and under that big SoFi roof that feels more like a spaceship. Who's gonna steal the show today? Hollywood's watching, the MADDEN is watching, and you better be repping the Heat with that red, white, and boom collection. Link below, wear it out loud like Big Al would at a Yankees game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. And
he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mayfield down. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mayfield now from the 50. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Now it's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Corum now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. Throwing again is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. The Rams at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught, Puka Nacua. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Mayfield to throw it. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Palmer going in motion right. Now Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Up the middle, here's Corum. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stafford. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He's got some room to operate. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 3rd and 3. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 51 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Mayfield. That's taken in by Palmer. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. From the 5, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing, Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Cade Otton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Stafford looks to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Corum is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Mayfield. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mayfield looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Play action, Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
To the air again, Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Mayfield now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A run up the middle with Irving to the 43, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Mayfield from the gun on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
The football going back to the Rams now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
In motion, the tight end. Now it's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here's Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing again is Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Stafford looks to throw again. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Stafford now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 10. The first carry now, this is Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Stafford. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
2nd and 7.
To throw, Mayfield. Across, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. Once again, it's Irving.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over.
They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and
2. Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To the right side, incomplete to Atwell.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Play action. Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Kalijah Kancey picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out come the Bucs now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They run out of the gun with Irving.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Irving.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Mayfield now. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Mayfield off the play fake.
This ball complete to Durham.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Irving.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams. Into space at the 45. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's Stafford. It's complete to Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Give them 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Williams looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Kyron Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle to Evans.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Now there's a short one taken in by Otten.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Baker going to give it to Irving. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Throwing, Mayfield.
That's caught by Durham.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield.
That's complete to Palmer.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Mayfield. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Mayfield on play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So Mayfield and the Bucs down 20-13, 1:36 to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's Baker. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Mayfield to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Rams, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.